Hey, what's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome to another video for the Black and Silver Way. Holy shit, I haven't said that in a long time. How you guys been, Raider Nation? I haven't talked to you guys in at least 3 months. Sorry for the lag. I just had to take a break. Mentally, I've been traveling a lot. I went through a different couple jobs. I work kind of a stressful job as a manager. And I've been doing a lot of other shit, but you guys have definitely always been in the back of my mind. And I said I was gonna take a break, but I mean, now I'm here. The season's around the corner. We've already went through free agency. The draft's coming up in 15 days. It's gonna start getting really exciting pretty much from here on out. The season's gonna come really fast. Free agency flew by, and we're already halfway through the off season. So training camp and the off season programs, the off season workouts has already started last week, and now the training camp is basically around the corner. And another year of Raider football, man. Just win, baby. I'm hoping we can. I'm hoping we can definitely stir some shit up in the AFC West, obviously. An announcement that I will be doing all the regular stuff from here on out till the end of the season. And then I'll take a break again. I like to take a break during like free agency time, and it gives me time to, focus on myself, because this channel definitely takes a lot of time and a lot of work, basically. But I'm back, and thank you for all you guys that have told me, oh, you gotta make a video, man. When the fuck are you gonna make a video? And it's because of you guys that I want to keep doing this. It's not for me. It's for you guys to enjoy, look back on, and have some other input from a Raider fan. And shouts out to the South Florida Raiders Booster Club. My boy Mr. J hooked me up with this plaque, congratulated me for 5,500 subscribers. I got it in the mail randomly about 2 weeks ago. One of the nicest gifts anybody has ever got me in my life. So it was completely for free. He just sent it to me. I couldn't believe when I opened it that that's what I had. So thanks again to the South Florida Raiders Booster Club, and Mr. J is hanging up here in my house, as you can see. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into free agency. I'm going to do a quick recap of what I think about this player in total and everything. We basically got, let's start off with Dan Williams. He was actually from the Arizona Cardinals. He's a defensive tackle. He's only 27 years old, guys. He was signed to a 4-year deal worth $25 million. This is a good signing. The reason why it's a good signing is you could never have enough defense. We obviously took chances with Richard Seymour, Tommy Kelly, Lamar Houston. They all just really weren't panning out. We're looking for somebody to help out Justin Tuck. We lost Jack Crawford, the guy. He was like kind of a backup. We drafted him, and he was the backup for the last couple of years. He was actually my friend, and he's actually with the Cowboys, and he was very underrated pass rusher, and he could also do a little bit of lightweight coverage and be a linebacker. But Jack Crawford was also nice. Anyways, we've been up and down. We have Pat Sims. Pat Sims is also really solid. He came from the Bengals, and he's been putting in work for us ever since he's got to the Oakland Raiders, and that's why he's still with us right now. Anyways, Dan Williams will beef up that defensive line, so I like this pickup. Nate Allen, obviously we lost one of my favorite Raiders, Tyvon Branch. I actually bought Tyvon Branch's jersey last offseason because I feel like Tyvon Branch was a true Raider, and he is. He really was a true Raider, he was drafted from the Raiders. He's been a Raider since day one. I think his dad's a Raider fan. He was a Raider fan growing up. And he just always has been solid for us, hard hitter. But the thing is, the last 2 years, he really can't stay on the field. He's just been so unhealthy. And when that happens, obviously teams aren't going to be having that. We need a player that's going to be on the field, especially with all the money we were supposed to give him. They released Tyvon Branch, and that's sad. Now he's with the Kansas City Chiefs. And at first I was really angry that Tyvon Branch just got up and left to the Kansas City Chiefs. But you think about it, this is a business, and he needs a job. And obviously when players leave their teams, where do they go? They always go to rivalries, or they stay in the division, because the teams that know them the best is our rivals, the division. So obviously Kansas City's going to benefit if Tyvon Branch could stay healthy. They got themselves a great safety, but we needed to replace him, because on safety we have Charles Woodson and the Dowling also, and then we have Brandon Ross, and Brandon Ross was doing great last season, especially being a backup, and he was supposed to, only back up Tyvon Branch. He was doing a great job. And we still have Usama Young, I think, on the injured reserve list. I think he's still a part of the Raiders, too. I got to check on Usama Young, but I think he's on injured reserve. Anyways, we pick up the safety, Nate Allen, from the Philadelphia Eagles. He definitely doesn't have any injury problems. He's kind of always been a good, solid safety. So I'm excited to see what Nate Allen has to bring to the table to replace Tyvon Branch. And I want to see who is going to start, Brandon Ross or Nate Allen. They might be sharing touches most of the time. That's mainly what's going to happen. But Brandon Ross, I think, has deserved a starting position, obviously. Curtis Lofton, a linebacker, he's also going to be really solid. He started like every single one of his games from the New Orleans Saints, and he's kind of like going to be the replacement for Nick Roach, because you guys know that we don't have Nick Roach anymore. So Curtis Lofton is going to be another linebacker, underrated linebacker, that I think is going to be leading our team in tackles. I think Curtis Lofton is going to be an amazing replacement for Nick Roach. Lee Smith for the tight end position. Basically, he's got a little bit of hands, but he's really good with blocking. He's not really mainly we're not picking him up to be a receiving tight end. He's definitely going to be someone that could block for us and help out with the run game. So Lee Smith, pretty good pickup. I know that a lot of people that have played with Lee Smith, they all like Lee Smith, and he's a team player. So he could block, team player. We got him for a good price. There's nothing wrong with that pickup. Malcolm Smith. This is going to really help out our linebacker core, especially bring a winning mentality to the Oakland Raiders defense, because you got Khalil Mack, you got Seal Moore, and now you bring in Malcolm Smith, the MVP, Super Bowl MVP. That's amazing. He did a great job during the Super Bowl. He's been pretty good throughout the season, but everybody knows him for being the Super Bowl MVP, of course, and picking off Peyton Manning. Malcolm Smith, he's only 25 years old. Sky's the limit. We got him for 2 years. He's going to be right there with Khalil Mack and Seal Moore. Definitely a good linebacking core. I feel very comfortable with our linebackers. Malcolm Smith, I am very excited to see him in a Oakland Raider jersey. C.J. Wilson was also re-signed. C.J. Wilson, the defensive end. He's 28 years old. He's been pretty good with us. He got an interception last season randomly too. So C.J. Wilson, he's still been a good help for us. Roy Helu and Trent Richardson. Roy Helu actually backed up Alfred Morris from the Redskins, and he actually was really good with the screens, and he's really good with catching the ball, and he's actually very underrated. I never even heard of Roy Helu. I had to look up his stuff, and he's actually very solid, so he's definitely going to be good for a number 2 or a 3 spot. Trent Richardson, he's going to be really good too, because I think he's going to be fighting for that starting position with Latavius Murray. I think Latavius Murray should already get the starting position, but I know Trent Richardson was supposed to be a huge draft pick. He was supposed to be a big deal. Coming out of college, he was the best running back out of the draft. That's why he went really high with the Browns. And he had a good couple times with the Browns, and he had a good couple years with the Colts, or maybe not even. It was I think he was only with the Colts for like a year. But anyways, he's been hopping around already in the beginning of his career. He hasn't really panned out the way he wants it to be, and he has a big chip on his shoulder. So I can't wait to see what Trent Richardson's going to do either. And as you guys know, yesterday it was announced, or 2 days ago, Michael Crabtree was actually signed to the Oakland Raiders, coming over from San Francisco 49ers. He was drafted in 2009. He is only 27 years old. He has a 1-year deal with us, and he basically was wanting to get paid top money. And no one was wanting to give him that top money, because obviously hasn't been, himself as he was when he was in the beginning of his career because of his injury. And, once players get injured, like Darren McFadden and a couple other people, a lot of players tend to fall off. And Michael Crabtree was falling off with the San Francisco 49ers. He's been known as obviously a catching receiver, possession receiver. Michael Crabtree can be a great wide receiver, and I know that he can catch the ball, and we don't have many receivers that can catch the ball consistently, guys. The guy took a 1-year deal with Oakland a couple days ago. And, he didn't want to be a Raider. Back in 2009, I remember he was glad he said he wasn't picked from the Oakland Raiders. And the last thing he wants to do is be an Oakland Raider. But he wants to revamp his career, and he wants to get paid. This is a business. If he could benefit and help by catching balls from Derek Carr, and he don't even have to like the fucking Raiders. I can care less. I just want to win. And I know that's exactly what Michael Crabtree's mentality is. He wants a fat check, and he wants to show the Niners that they're missing out, that they missed out. And he could do that right there with the Raiders. We'll embrace it. He'll get paid, hopefully. And let's hope he pans out and we can lock him in for a contract, because we don't have a go-to receiver. Andre Holmes, Rod Streeter's been battling with injury already, but, it's very inconsistent. We lost Denarius Moore because he was a little bitch. He went to Kansas City. Michael Crabtree, he could do good things here. And he has the organization's going to let him start. He's going to let them be the star of that offense. Like, he knew when he was coming in, they don't have anybody. They don't have a main receiver. And that's what he wants. He wants top dollar. He wants to be the number one, and he wants to be embraced. And that's what he could do. But he has to stay healthy. That's what I think about Michael Crabtree. Christian Ponder as a quarterback, he hasn't done shit. Obviously, he's a bad quarterback in my opinion. He shouldn't have never been drafted. He's a backup for sure. And we picked him up from the Vikings. And he's going to obviously just get a little more knowledge for Derek Carr. He's 27 years old. He's been in the league for, I think, about 4 years now. So he will definitely help out Derek Carr and Matt McGloin with some knowledge and just help out with some competition during the camp. James Dockery, from the cornerback from, I think he's from Carolina Panthers. He's a diehard Raider fan his whole life. He's actually been coming to the Raider games his whole life. So James Dockery is going to definitely be a nice addition to the defense. I love players that love the Raiders. I want to give them a chance. It makes me very more comfortable because they will go out of their way to play for this team. So James Dockery as a cornerback, we do need people to step up. He's only 26 years old. He's excited to be here. Let's get it. Steven Clark, punter. He's from actually from Denver. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition for Marquette King. It's just going to be something for the offseason or for the preseason. We'll probably cut him. So it doesn't really even matter. But that's pretty much my input on free agency. And Randall Cobb, everybody that we didn't get a chance, like that Nnamdi Sui and a few of those other big names, DeMarco Murray, let's face it, we're the Oakland Raiders, guys. We haven't made the playoffs in over 10 years. It's been free agents come here, they pick up a checks, their career falls off after that. It's just been all bad for us the last 10 years. This organization has definitely went to shit, and everybody knows it. So the free agents, the big ones, they're going to want a lot of money. And if the money's right, they're going to want to know that we're stable. And, we don't know if we're stable. We've been thought we were stable, and we still haven't made the playoffs. So I'm basically telling you guys, the Oakland Raiders are not a hot free agent, desire to be here. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't surprise me at all when we didn't get any of those players or any of those big names right off the bat, because we had a lot of money, and I thought maybe one of them was going to bite, but none of them did. It is what it is. What can you do? You just got to stick through it. And the last thing my bad. When I was looking at the video right now, I actually seen that the camera's been shaking and I've been putting my hands on the table. I'm really sorry, guys. I just noticed that. I didn't want to redo that whole freaking thing right now. But anyways, the last thing I'm going to bring up right now is I wanted to talk about my input on the number 4 pick of the 2015 draft coming up in 15 days. A lot of people say grab Leonard Williams, grab Amari Cooper, grab White. And, we've been so focused on defense ever since Reggie McKenzie has came into the Raiders organization. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. Defense wins championships. We do need an offensive player, though. I can completely agree. We need more offensive weapons. And we've been drafting nothing but defense. And the stuff that we have got for offense besides Derek Carr has been kind of weak. So I want to just say that my pick and my desire, what I truly want, what I want, is I want a player that wants to be a part of this organization. Okay? I want a player that's been a diehard fan their whole life. I want a player that's going to go after that quarterback of the opposing team and fuck them up. My 4th pick has to be Leonard Williams. If we can't get Leonard Williams, take Cooper or White. Okay, grab an offensive player. But if we decide to stay on the board at 4 and Leonard Williams is there,
You need to take Leonard Williams because he is going to be an insane defensive lineman, and he is a diehard Raider fan. He's been a Raider fan his whole life. He would love to be a part of the Raiders organization. Pick Leonard Williams. He will play his heart out, and we will definitely be able to put pressure on quarterbacks with Khalil Mack, Justin Tuck, Leonard Williams. Are you kidding me? That sounds amazing, but I highly doubt that Leonard Williams will be on the board. But then again, a lot of teams get hungry and want to get those offensive weapons. But in my opinion, I think Reggie McKenzie will grab Leonard Williams, even if Cooper or White are still on the board. I feel like he'll go defense still. And I have no problem with that. Because if the quarterback on the opposing team is feared by our defensive line and keeps getting thrown into the dirt, they can't score. Derek Carr and what we have already on offense can work a few touchdowns out during the game, especially with freaking our new offensive coordinator and our new regime. I'm sure that he's going to have no problems getting into the end zone. That's pretty much it. It's already been about a 15-minute video, Raider Nation. I'm back. I will be making videos frequently. Maybe not every week, but definitely every 2 weeks or so I will definitely have to make a video. And basically, that's it. Training camp's coming up. I'm excited, guys. Another year on YouTube. Let's go ahead and embrace it together. And let's hope that we could definitely make the damn playoffs. So I will see you again soon, Raider Nation. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Say what's up to me down in the comments. I'll make sure to get back to everybody. Okay? See you later, Raider Nation.